Welcome students of Level 2 to Chapter 2 Review. Bienvenidos estudiantes de nivel 2 al reviso del capítulo 2. We're going to start with vocabulary. Vamos a empezar con vocabulario. If you would like to follow along, you can find this on page 24. Si le gustaría seguir la lección, lo puede encontrar en página 24. Típico o típica en inglés se dice typical. Typical. Ama de casa se dice housewife. Housewife. Abogado o abogada se dice lawyer or attorney. Lawyer or attorney. Él trabaja se dice he works. Now we are going to review some grammar. Ahora vamos a revisar un poquito de gramática. We are now going to practice how to turn singular nouns into plurals. Vamos a practicar cómo convertir los sustantivos singulares en plurales. If a word ends in Y and has a consonant before it, then you replace the Y with IES. If it has a vowel, then you just put an S behind the last letter. Si una palabra se termina en la letra Y y tiene un consonante antes de eso, luego reemplazarías esa letra con las letras I, E, S. Si tiene un vocal, entonces nomás pones una S después de la palabra. If a word ends in F, then you replace the F with the following letters, BES. Si una palabra termina en la letra F, entonces lo reemplazarías con la F con las letras B, E, S. Como la palabra cherry. So cherry se termina en la letra Y y como tiene un consonante antes de esta letra, entonces nomás pondríamos, en vez de la Y, pondríamos IES. Para half, como termina en F, pondríamos HALVES. Y en la palabra aquí, como si hay un vocal antes de la Y, entonces nomás tenemos que poner una S después de la palabra entera. We're now going to do some examples. So right now we have the word baby. So to turn that into a plural, we would change that into babies. BABIES, babies. Now we have the word half that ends in F, so we would change that into halves. 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 Now we have the word boy. So since this has a vowel before the Y, we would change that into boys. 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 Then we have calf. So that again ends in F, so we would change that into calves. CALVES, calves. And then we have the word monkey. So because we have another vowel before the Y, we would change that into monkeys. MONKEYS, monkeys. And then we have wolf, which would be, since we have another F, would be wolves. WOLVES, wolves. And then we have thief, again ending with an F, so we would change that into thieves. THIEVES, thieves. And now we are going to practice reading. If you'd like to follow along, you can follow along on page 24. The Campbells are a typical American family. The Campbells are a typical American family. Los Campbells son una típica familia estadounidense. Mr. Campbell is a lawyer. Mr. Campbell is a lawyer. El señor Campbell es un abogado. He works in Houston, Texas. He works in Houston, Texas. Trabaja en Houston, Texas. Trabaja en Houston, Texas. He is a good lawyer. He is a good lawyer. Él es un buen abogado. Mrs. Campbell is a housewife. Mrs. Campbell is a housewife. La señora Campbell es una ama de casa. She likes what she does. Her husband, the attorney, likes his work too. She likes what she does. Her husband, the attorney, likes his work too. A ella le gusta lo que hace. A su esposo, el abogado, también le gusta su trabajo. Now we are going to answer the following questions about the story. Ahora vamos a dar respuesta a las preguntas sobre la historia que leímos. The first question is, where do the Campbells live? Where do the Campbells live? They live in Houston, Texas. They live in Houston, Texas. What does Mr. Campbell do for work? What does Mr. Campbell do for work? He is an attorney. He is an attorney. Does he like his job? Does he like his job? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. For homework this week, you can read the whole story on page 24 and 25. And then you can answer the questions on page 26 on a piece of paper. Great job! That's everything for today, and we'll see you next time. You can leave any questions or comments in the comments below.